Do you ever notice how Democrats and Republicans cannot exist without each other, and yet a house divided cannot stand? Did you also notice that the gulf between the two parties is seeming to get bigger and bigger and more disagreements are coming up? Even at the beginning of our democracy, there are opposing views. For example, there was a great disagreement regarding the morality of slavery, which eventually led to the Civil War. The Founding Fathers did warn us about making political parties. Many of the Founding Fathers held significant objections to the establishment of political parties. John Adams, in a letter to Jonathan Jackson in 1780, said, "There is nothing which I dread so much as a division of the Republic into two great parties, each arranged under its leader and concerting measures and opposing to each other. This, in my humble opinion, is to be dreaded as the greater political evil under our Constitution." Unquote. George Washington, in his farewell address to Congress, said, quote, "However, combinations or associations of the above description, referring to political parties, may now and then answer popular ends. They are likely, in the course of time as things, to become potent engines by which cunning, ambitious, and unprincipled men will be enabled to subvert the power of the people, and to usurp themselves to the reins of government, destroying afterwards their engines which have lifted them into unjust dominion." Unquote. Benjamin Franklin, during the Constitutional Convention of 1787, said, quote, "And what kind are the men that will strive for this profitable preeminence? Though all the bustle of cabal, the heat of contention, the infinite mutual abuse of parties, tear into pieces the best of characters." Unquote. I personally feel that we should not have made these parties in the first place. Let me give you the reason why I feel so. The reason I feel this way is that these two parties pit us against each other. When in reality, all men are created equal. They are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. The difference causes much arguing in the United States. It causes fighting and debating regarding who is right. It causes Congress to fight more and not solve problems in the U.S. It also causes people to fight brother against brother. For example, my family is Republican and our grandparents are Democrats. When my mom called to talk about my grandfather about us possibly losing our insurance, he went on and on about how Obamacare is the best insurance ever. My mom, being Republican, did not agree. Don't you see how this is causing people to fight brother to brother? Democrats and Republicans aren't all different. We both have some things we agree with, but we disagree with how to do them. For example, both parties want healthy children. The parties differ on how to achieve this worthy goal. Democrats tend to lean toward government intervention to ensure the children are immunized. Republicans tend to rely on family and non-governmental organizations to achieve this. Same general principles apply to goals such as clean water, a prosperous economy, and so forth. In reality, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we're Democrat or Republican. It doesn't matter what team we're on. Our differences are very real, but we should acknowledge that our goals are mostly the same. What matters most is that we are all Americans and we stand together, shoulder to shoulder, as a free nation.